Is your dog ignoring your commands? They might not be ignoring your commands. Rather, they might know what you want them to do. Hey dog lovers, my name is Jason. This is my dog Pepperjack. I call him PJ. Today I wanted to talk about something simple but very important, and that is clearly communicating with your dog. Talking to your dog in a way that they actually understand is a foundation for a strong bond and a healthy relationship. Dogs aren't born knowing how to behave in the human world, and that is our job as a dog owner to make sure we guide them through with proper dog training. One really common thing I hear from dog owners are that their dog just doesn't want to listen to them, or when you give them a command, they just ignore you. But in most cases, dogs are not ignoring them. Rather, they don't know what they're being asked to do. Dogs generally want to please us and they thrive on our approval. But when we send mixed signals, inconsistent cues, it just makes them confused. Clear communication sets them up for success and is going to be a foundation of strong relationship and bond between you and your dog. When you have a clear communication between you and your dog, it's going to reduce frustration on both ends and it will help training goes a lot smoother. Let's take sit command as an example. Before your dog can respond to sit verbal command, your dog needs to know what that means and what kind of behavior you are asking them to do. Most people believe that their dog knows how to sit, or they know what any of the verbal cue means way before their dogs actually do. If you're in that situation, now you have set up your dog for failure if you moved on too fast. And let's say you want your dog to sit, then you give a command to sit, but your dog doesn't quite know what sit means. Then you might think that, oh, my dog is just ignoring me. He's being stubborn. Oh, he doesn't want to listen. And people get frustrated and tell the commands over and over in a very different tone. They'll look something like, they'll go sit, dog does not sit. They'll go sit, sit, sit. That is very confusing to the dog because dog doesn't understand English. He doesn't know what sit means. But you also just gave 4 different commands to the dog in a different tone. Here's a quick test that you can do to see if your dog really understands what you mean when you tell him sit, or any other verbal cue that you have trained your dog to. Stand tall, totally still, and calmly say the verbal command. In this case, sit. No hand gesture, no treats, and see what your dog does. If your dog sits, awesome. That means that there's a good chance that your dog understands what that verbal cue means. However, if they don't do the behavior right away, and they just stare at you, confused, then there's a chance that your dog doesn't fully understand what that verbal cue means. The reason for that is through dog training, a lot of people have some things that they do, whether that's hand gesture or the way that they hand out a treat or the way they say the verbal cue. The dog might pick up other cues as the command. This test is not meant to show that you're a bad dog owner or a bad trainer. Rather, this is a good test to do to make sure that your dog understands what you're asking them to do. At the end of the day, clear communication is everything. It is not about giving them command and forcing them to do something. It's all about communicating clearly what you are expecting them to do or what you're asking them to do, so they have a fair chance of doing the behavior that you want them to do. Dog training takes patience and consistency and being aware of how you communicate with your dog, both verbally and physically. When your dog truly understands what you're trying to say to them, they get more comfortable, they get more confident, and they will create a stronger bond with you. I believe that is a foundation for good dog training and effective dog training. And that's where the real bond between you and your dog starts. I'll be sharing more contents like this to help you build better communication channel with you and your pup, so you and your dog can understand each other better and live a happier life together. Thanks for hanging out with us today, and give your dog a little pet for me and PJ.